Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on live stream music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. I trust you enjoyed my last video from Katrina and the Waves, but it was right back in 1985. They had one of the brightest songs of the 80s, Walking on Sunshine, so I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going from there to 1984. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson was born. She was a pastor's kid, and because of that, the family did move around a fair bit, and money wasn't always flowing in that family. Sometimes they were going to food stamps to get food. They did eventually settle in Santa Barbara, California. And of course, she was part of I suppose, a pastor's family. There was pretty strict around what they could listen to, mainly gospel music, but friends would sneak in CDs every now and then for her to have a listen to, including Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette. She was singing at the age of 9. She was playing guitar at the age of 13, and around that time that she also started to have some dance lessons as well. But she was wanting to find her own way, and so she did move to Nashville and sort of handed some demos around there, eventually getting signed to Red Hill Records. She did release a gospel album, Katy Hudson, but it wasn't very, very successful. It was around the age of 17 that Glenn Ballard discovered Catherine and said, "Hey, look, I reckon I can do a little bit with you. Why don't you actually sign with my record label, Java Records, in 2004, and while you're at it, why don't you actually change your name?" In fact, Catherine would change her name to Katy Perry going forward. Now, Katy didn't last with Java Records for that long, and she ended up signing with Columbia Records in 2006. The first album took a while to get going, but she was establishing herself as a songwriter with such people as Selena Gomez and Kelly Clarkson, just to name a few. Columbia kind of dropped her though, and Capitol came calling in 2007, and it was in 2007 that she released the EP, You Are So Gay. But in 2008, the world, literally the world of music was going to change. One of the Boys was released, and this album would sell 7 million copies. In fact, it got to number 3 in the charts. And the first song, I Kissed a Girl, and I liked it. We got the official clip of this one below. Interesting song, this one. It created a bit of controversy when it came out, obviously, for the obvious connotations of the song. Don't forget, 2003, 2008, we were not quite there as we are now. I Kissed a Girl, and I liked it. One thing I do actually like about this song though is just the curiosity of looking at something different, and so got the official clip of that one below. We've also got Hot and It's Cold. Now, I remember first hearing this song. This is the theme song to MasterChef, that when MasterChef hit Australia, this song got to number 3. We got the official and live version below. Looking at the live versions, Katy Perry is just an all-round entertainer, wonderful performer, and it's a very, very good voice, more of a contralto voice. She can't get up really, really high, but it doesn't matter. She has a lot of power, and this is what has made Katy Perry just a compelling force of nature in the music industry. So we've got a live version of Hot and Cold as well. In 2008, Katy embarked on the Warped Tour, and because of that, in 2009, she got a Brit Award for the Best Female International Artist. In 2009, she released a live Unplugged album, and then in 2010, the world changed again when Teenage Dream was released. 7 million copies were sold of this particular album. There were so many number 1 songs on this particular album. In fact, it broke a lot of records for 6 number 1 songs all off the same album. So it's one of the albums of 2010. In fact, of the 2000s, pretty much. She was in the charts, the hottest 100 for 69 weeks. And so Katy Perry well and truly was a household name at this point. If she wasn't before, she was even more so at this point. We've got Teenage Dream. We've got a live version of that one below. She's not scared to ham it up and to dress up a bit. So we've got a live version of Teenage Dream. But the other song of this album, Firework, we got the official clip of this one below. It's all about the people who don't feel so good about themselves and what they can do if they let their lights shine. And we've got an incredible live version from Super Bowl 2015. This is an incredible production. There's just so much going on here. It's not funny. Of course, if you do get to perform in Super Bowl, you know you've made it. This album actually won an American Music Award and actually got in the Guinness Book of World Records as well. Now, Firework. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Do you ever feel like you're so paper thin that you're not going to go anywhere? Do you feel like you're going to break and collapse at any moment? This is what this song from Katy Perry is all about. It's not about sex. It's not about relationships. It's about the human spirit. And she likened the human spirit to that of a firework. And that it is, when you set the firework going, whether it's green or yellow or white, the world takes notice. And sometimes what we need to do in this world is we need to make the world take notice of it. If we just sort of morph ourselves into the background and pretend like we're not important, that's what the world's going to think as well. So we're actually better off making the most of the world and putting our best foot forward. But more than that, and that is that, hey, you are the only one of you in this world. In fact, Katy Perry talks about this in her song that you are you. There's only one of you in the world. So you've got nothing to lose letting your light shine. I remember a client did work experience in a restaurant for 4 weeks. And when we got to the end of the 4 weeks, there was going to be a follow-up meeting. As he said to him, look, we've got nothing to lose. What do you reckon we just go for it? And we did that. He let his light shine, and sure enough, he got a job. And this is sometimes what's needed, a bit of self-belief in ourselves. If you struggle to get there with that, find someone who can help you to believe in yourself. And if you can do that, anything is possible. And certainly Katy Perry could have stayed as a Christian recording artist, but she well and truly has found her career in what is the Katy Perry phenomenon. So this song was absolutely huge when it came out. It's a real encouragement to us as individuals, those who don't feel so good about themselves, to let our light shine for the world to see, because you are unique. There's only one of you in the world, and I'm sure this is certainly the intention of Katy Perry when she released this song. So Teenage Dream was a massive album for her. In fact, it's around this time that she was the 6th best-selling digital artist on the planet, 37.6 million downloads. She then embarked on the California Dreams Tour, and that netted $59.5 million. She started to embark on screen 2010 in an episode of How I Met Your Mother, and she was Honey in that particular episode. She also voiced Smurfette in the Smurf movie. And it was in 2011 she released the Katy Perry fragrance. But there was going to be more to come with Katy Perry, yeah, and following on from the Firework song, we had Raw, and this came off the 2013 album Prism. Now, I'm the eye of the tiger, you're going to hear me roar. Very much, we're not going to just let our light shine, we're also going to let it be heard. And Raw was also an incredible hit for Katy Perry. We've got a live version from the Coronation concert from Windsor Castle. Both the live version of Firework, there's a different arrangement going on here. Also this song today, we've got an orchestra at the iconic Windsor Castle. So Prism would sell 4.5 million albums. We've got a live version of Raw below. Just check out the dress, it's absolutely stunning. 2021, she would grab a residency on Las Vegas. Katy Perry is very much inspired by the Beach Boys and Pet Sounds, and as I've already said, Jagged Little Pill, Alanis Morissette were a massive album. That one was pop rock singer songwriter. In 2017, she trounced Justin Bieber as having the most followers on Twitter. She was the first to get to 100 million followers. Katy Perry has won 5 American Music Awards, 14 People's Choice Awards, 4 Guinness Book of Records, and the 15th most successful dance club artist. Between 2001 and 2024, 7 studio albums, 3 EPs, 40 singles. She's also been in 8 movie appearances, some of that's including her concerts, and she sold 143 million albums. A bit of context here, Beatles have sold 600 million, so she's one of the highest sellers of all time. So Katy Perry well and truly has made a mark and contributed to this collaborative legacy of this thing called music. So there's a links to those 7 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video from Katrina and the Waves, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections in Music, or you've come back for another one, how great to see everybody here. Well, that's it for today. Next time we're going to get on to KC and the Sunshine Band. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.